first drop. Lieutenant Marcus Chen stood at attention before the massive viewport of the DSV Hyperion, watching the swirling nebula clouds that marked the frontier. His newly minted rank insignia felt heavy on his collar, a constant reminder of the chaos on Pandion 4 that had earned him this promotion and cost him half his squad. "Lieutenant," Admiral Bracken's voice cut through his thoughts. "Lieutenant, your drop teams are ready for inspection." Marcus turned, saluting sharply. The Admiral's weathered face bore the strain of recent events. The destruction of the Third Fleet had left a gaping hole in humanity's defenses, one they were now rushing to fill. "Sir, yes, sir. Drop pods are prepped and crews are standing by." The Admiral's eyes narrowed. "You saw them on Pandion 4, didn't you?" The Ki-Ashai. Marcus suppressed a shudder, remembering the towering chitinous warriors that had torn through their defenses. "Yes, sir. Their ground forces are unlike anything we've trained for." "Then you understand what's at stake." Bracken gestured to the tactical display. "Intelligence suggests they're massing for another push. Your orbital drop teams will be our first response." The responsibility weighed heavily on Marcus. At 24, he was now in charge of coordinating precision drops of combat teams from orbit, a far cry from his previous role as a ground pounder. The ship's AI chimed in. "Multiple hyperspace signatures detected. Ki-Ashai Warfleet incoming." Bracken's face hardened. "Looks like you'll get your baptism by fire sooner than expected, Lieutenant. Get to your station." Marcus sprinted to the drop control center, his mind racing. The massive screens showed dozens of Ki-Ashai vessels emerging from hyperspace, their organic-looking ships resembling deadly sea creatures. "Drop teams, this is Lieutenant Chen," he announced over the comm. "Battle stations, this is not a drill." As the first salvos of energy weapons lit up space around them, Marcus began coordinating his teams. The pods would have to thread through the chaos of ship-to-ship combat to deliver their cargo of Marines to key positions. His hands flew over the tactical display, calculating trajectories and deployment patterns. The lessons of Pandion 4 burned in his memory. The Ki-Ashai's tactics, their weak points, their savagery. "First wave, prepare for drop," he ordered, his voice steady despite his racing heart. "Remember your training. Remember Pandion 4. As the first pods launched into the fiery maelstrom, Marcus allowed himself a grim smile. He'd survived his first encounter with the Ki-Ashai through luck and desperation. This time, he had a plan, a purpose, and the weight of command. The battle for humanity's future had begun, and he was ready to make every drop count.